Mandy, is freedom living without debts? This is the question of today. So I have this topic in my mind for a while now, until now. But today there is a new article on The Economist. The title is "Home Ownership is the West's Biggest Economic Policy Mistake." It is an obsession that undermines growth, fairness, and public faith in capitalism. Basically, this article says that the problem of the economy in the West is that usually in the West we try to have our own house. So, mixing these two things, so the article and my idea about if the debts put you without freedom, I want to say this. First of all, everything depends on the in the era we are living, because 50 years ago, like in the article, they say a model was working and now it might be that this model doesn't works. Anyway, apart this, we have to say this: if we don't do debts, sometimes we cannot have the chance to do the right investments that can work for many years. So, from one side, debts are important. From the other side, debts are also a way to limit your life. In the article, it is explained that this need to have a house brings also a mental set that limit you. But I don't want to say this. I want just to say that in this era where we are living, anyway, having a house is good, but having a too high debt, like I know in Canada, you have really high debts, also in Italy, but in Canada, really high debts to buy a house. So it limits uh, really strongly your life and your freedom. But from the other side, if you don't do some debt, you don't have the strength to go in the market and do what you need. Also, a family, not only speaking about a company, but also a family, if it doesn't make some investment, some something to grow, it implies that you lose your freedom. But a too bigger debt also limit your freedom. So, as always, we have to find the right position between the two choices. And in my opinion, in this area I mean in this region, this area of Europe, and in this era, I mean in this period of time, uh, here we have to have a little house, little debt, and then try to see other things, not to be too much limited from where you live. This is because if you own a house, you can have also a place when something goes wrong, you have a place where to be. But if you have a little debt, you can have also a big freedom to move, to change, to go where you want. In Europe, I think in this period, or at least in Italy, houses are very not that expensive. So this is the moment to buy something, but try to buy something not too expensive. It's better if you do something by yourself in your house, or try to stay to live at low level. So from the other side, I want to say, uh, avoiding to do investments, so that sometimes let you stay behind. So I repeat the question. Living without debts, is there freedom? Is real freedom? I always lived without debts. I like to live without debts, but sometimes it's important to understand when do debts. So to go ahead and try to have more in life. Thank you very much. I hope you have explained a little bit better my idea. I know English is always not that good, but little by little I want to improve, and I will put in the description the link of the article of The Economist about these topics. Mandi.